What's up, y'all? Welcome to Nostalgic Sports. Today we're talking playoffs for the UFL. It's now official. We have the Birmingham Stallions versus the Michigan Panthers for the USFL Conference Championship. And for the XFL Conference Championship, we have the St. Louis Battlehawks versus the San Antonio Brahmas. And the winner of each conference will face off in the UFL Championship that is being held in St. Louis. And in the 14 playoff, the USFL Conference game will be held in Birmingham as the Stallions earned home field advantage in the playoffs round 1. And the way their schedule works, the Panthers play the Stallions at Protective Stadium in Birmingham week 10. So we will have that game 2 times in a row. Pretty crazy how that worked out. And we have a similar situation on the XFL conference side of things as the Brahmas and Battlehawks play week 10 in St. Louis, and they will have a rematch in the playoffs the following game. Where the game will be played, though, is still up for grabs as both teams still have a chance to secure home field advantage. So there's a lot more at stakes on the XFL side of things right now because the home field advantage hasn't been determined yet, unlike the USFL Conference Championship. If St. Louis manages to win out, they will have home field advantage for the conference championship, where if they win that in the UFL championship game, it's hosted in St. Louis, so they could potentially earn home field advantage for the whole playoffs, and that would be huge for them. And with St. Louis ranking by far at the top of the UFL in fan attendance, it would be huge for the league as well, as that's the situation where we would see the most fan attendance at the game. I could definitely see it panning out like that. I see it being the Birmingham Stallions at the St. Louis Battlehawks for the UFL Championship. And I think it would outperform all attendance this year, and we could see the attendance at a modern spring football record broken again this season in St. Louis after they broke it in week 2 this year with 40,317 fans in attendance. It would definitely be a big win for the league if that were to happen. I wonder how much the attendance numbers would fluctuate based on if the Battlehawks are in the championship game or not. And for the Brahmas, the road to home field advantage is a tough one as they have the Stallions at home this weekend and then they have to go to St. Louis in week 10. So they have to play 2 playoff teams for potential home field advantage. It's definitely not an easy final stretch. Overall, there's a lot of excitement from fans of the 4 teams that are already locked into the playoffs, but the fact that we have 4 teams eliminated from contention with 2 weeks of the regular season left, which is half of the league, isn't a good look for the league, as a lot of people will be less likely to watch as there are no playoff spots on the line. But it's still important to support if you want to see the success of the UFL and have it continue. Plus, out of the 4 teams eliminated, they will all be playing each other, so the competition is not as tough for a chance for 1 or 2 more wins. That's not much, but it's always good to finish strong, and every win is huge when you have a losing record. And if DC wins out, they will finish 5 and 5 and get that 500 record, which would be a big win over a losing season. And in the final week 10, we have the Roughnecks at the Showboats, 2 teams at the bottom fighting not to have the worst record in the league. I think it's an interesting game as neither team has anything to lose and will fight hard. As the fight between the Roughnecks, the Renegades, and the Showboats to not have the worst record in the league is still on. It does suck the playoff race has ended, but I'm still excited for weeks 9 and 10 and the finale of the regular season and moving into the first UFL playoffs. We also just got our first look at the trophy for the UFL Championship and the concept of what it's going to look like. I like the trophy a lot and can't wait to see what it looks like when it's shown in person. It's definitely an improvement on the XFL and USFL trophies from last year. It will be interesting to see if they bring back those old trophies from the old leagues for the conference championship games, or if they'll have different trophies altogether, or what's going to happen with that. But the new UFL Championship trophy is unique, and I like it a lot, and I think it stands out. And as of now, the tickets are already up for sale for the championship game in St. Louis on June 16th, 2024. So if you're interested in that, they are already available for purchase. I'm excited to see what the turnout is going to be at the Dome in America Center. I'm hoping they top that record from week 2, so go out and support if you can, or just tune in on the TV if you can't watch the game, as TV viewership is huge to the success of the league. If you have any playoff predictions or a bracket of how you think the playoffs will pan out, leave them in the comments. And who are you rooting for in the playoffs? Also, if you are a fan of one of the teams eliminated from the playoffs, how do you feel about the season as a whole going into the final 2 weeks? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more UFL and other sports content coming soon.